The following stories are all taken from my personal subreddit. If you haven't joined yet, click the link in the pinned comments. Karen demolishes my new iPad Pro. Hi there, so I've been reading a lot of Entitled Parents stories lately, and I've really laughed at it, but it's not funny to go through it yourself. So my birthday was today when I'm writing this, and my boyfriend, friend 1 and friend 2 came over to my house to celebrate. I'm very introverted, nervous and shy because of my social anxiety, but my mum for some reason invited my aunt who didn't agree with my transsexuality. She always said he and boy to me, which really hurt me, but she didn't care. She is a Karen. It's so good I have such loving and supporting people around me. So that entitled mum came of course, but her nice kid is really nice and is not entitled, thank God. Oh, look how big he's become. She's rubbing my hair. My mum says, oh, you just can't get it right. Not this again. If you're born a boy, you're a boy forever. I've never been a boy. You're going to heck. Just shut up, EM. If my angel pretended to be the other gender for attention, I would disown him, she said, now annoyed. I ran up to my room and cried. When I was done, I came downstairs and tried to ignore the entitled mum. But while I was talking to my boyfriend, I saw the entitled mum try to sneak upstairs. I became worried that she would steal from me again. One time, she managed to steal my bird. How? I don't know, so I don't trust her very much. I saw that she tried to unplug my new iPad Pro that I got today, so I confronted her. What are you doing? You don't deserve nice stuff. God doesn't like people like you. I was very hurt, since I'm religious, but I believe that God made us how he wanted us to be. Aunt, put it down now. No, my son deserves it more than you. Her nice kid comes upstairs to see what's going on. Come here, baby. You want this, right? She's pointing at my tablet. Mum, I'm 13. I'm not a baby. No, I don't really like drawing. COP, my baby wants it. Now give it to him. Mum, stop it. Then Karen proceeds to throw my already unplugged iPad Pro to the floor, and then she starts stamping on it with her high heels. It was completely wrecked. I started crying hysterically. The nice kid was so done with his entitled mum's BS and actually hit her. My boyfriend, 2 friends, mum and dad heard me crying and ran up to see what was going on. And they see the entitled mum literally feeding her nice kid's punches. Me crying and my iPad in 5 million parts. My mum and dad tried to get the entitled mum far away from her nice kid who got a broken arm, a broken nose and a purple and swollen eye and a lot of bruises. Just from his entitled mum's punches. My boyfriend and 2 friends came and comforted me. I was having a panic attack because I just witnessed a mum abusing her son and demolishing my new tablet. The entitled mum was locked in the bathroom while my boyfriend called the police. The police took 15 minutes to arrive and later tased her. She had to pay for my tablet and got arrested for child abuse. And I know that she's going to jail because where I live, it's super illegal to just slap a child. Well, dang, thank you Multiland for posting this story. She definitely deserves to go to jail. In the comments, OP actually said that they're still freaked out, but she is going to spend the night at the police station, thankfully. Well, I think she should get more time than that. Now, Multiland has actually posted an update to this story. Update: Karen demolishes my new iPad Pro. So a few days ago, I posted a story when my evil aunt punched the living light out of her son and demolished my new $2,000 iPad Pro, all just on my birthday. So she spent a few nights at the police station and I went to court yesterday, but I couldn't post a story because the entitled mum has done much more than what happened on my birthday. It was mentally and physically straining. So I went to court because I was a witness of child abuse and a victim. When we came, the entitled mum was already there. We sat down and began. The judge started. So, EM, you have abused a child and destroyed an iPad Pro, right? No, OP hit my baby over and over and smashed his own drawing thing because... You cannot accuse someone for no reason. Because he's possessed by a gay demon. The entitled mum screamed with confidence in her voice. I could almost not hold back my laughter at that point. What? He said with a blank stare. Don't laugh, he needs an exorcist now. Everyone was so confused. We're not getting anywhere, the judge said, also confused. And somehow, the entitled mum managed to get free from her handcuffs and ran towards me, grabbed her handcuffs and started hitting my arm with the handcuffs. And yes, I indeed broke my arm. Okay, r/that happened? Please tell me how to put in pictures in the text so that you can see my cast. But the court was cancelled and we're going back tomorrow. I've just come home from the hospital. I'm sending more updates and hopefully pictures. By the way, if anyone is wondering what happened to the nice kid, he's still in the hospital. Okay, I'm not completely sure about this story, if it's completely true or not. OP's actually... Oh my goodness me. Okay, I'm gonna put the picture up on screen now. OP has actually posted a picture of the cast. Oh my god. Alright, not gonna lie, I didn't believe the end of this story, but holy cow, I hope you're okay. I guess that just proves that some stories that seem fake are actually sometimes real. Holy heck. Moving on to our second story. Entitled Mother tries to throw me out of Burger King because I will not give her my seat. A bit of backstory here. I am 14. This incident took place in April 2019, near the time Avengers Endgame was released. I'd gone to watch it with my friends. This is my first Entitled Parents story. After the movie ended, we went to get some food at Burger King since there was no McDonald's around. I sat on a seat to keep the table reserved. When my friends reached the line for ordering, just then the entitled mum and her entitled kid came to my table. I was sitting on a group table which had sofa backrests. We were 6 friends there. The conversation went as follows. Excuse me, can you please vacate the seat? But why? Because my angel wants to sit here? She was there with her son. He looked like he was 8 to 9 years old. But mom, there are many vacant seats for 2 and 4 people. My angel wants to sit here. He deserves to sit here. Why? Because he is so intelligent that he can use a computer on his own and change my profile picture on Facebook and Instagram. Mom, I knew how to change my profile picture on Facebook when I was 6 or 7. Instagram didn't exist then. Oh really? You are nowhere near him in being deserving enough of a seat. Mom, this is a group table meant for at least 6 people. I cannot let you 2 take it. I'm here with a group of 6. Please go and occupy a seat for 2. The entitled mum was then really angry at me. You need to get up immediately. My son wants to sit here and you will go away now. No, it's you who will go away. And why do you even want this seat? It has sofa seating. The entitled kid then saw the manager come in the store and called him. He must have been a regular at the store. What happened? Sir, I am here with my friends. I have occupied the seat for my friends while they're ordering. No, he's lying. My son was sitting here when he pushed him and sat himself. Just then, another employee came over to speak to the manager about the nuisance by this lady that was caught on camera. She was asked to leave and gave an angry look while shouting at the manager. This is the truth. I cannot believe how this lady thought she could get away with lying in a Burger King. I am a national level inter-school tech quizzer, so I wish she would start a tech-related argument because she thinks that changing profile pictures is a work of high intelligence, only to be performed by the top minds, but it did not happen. Ah, well, that is a shame. Way to flex on us by saying you're a national level inter-school tech quizzer, by the way. Moving on to our penultimate story. Entitled Dad tries to kill my dog. Yep, you read that right. That's the reason why I haven't been uploading anything here recently. I was taking care of my dog and had to go to court multiple times. I uploaded a picture of my dog a while ago. She's a yellow lab, pit bull, bulldog mix. But she is one of the nicest, friendliest dogs ever. The one day I was walking her name is Chloe, and I took her to the park so she can run around and we can play fetch with a tennis ball. She also likes to jump on me every time she runs back with the ball, which is kind of funny because she always knocks me down. So after like 20 minutes of playing fetch, an entitled dad and entitled kid come up to me. And at first the entitled kid asked the normal questions like, what kind of dog is she? I told him she's a yellow lab. I never tell anyone but my friends and family she's part pit and bulldog because people then always call animal control and says that she's trying to bite them. The entitled kid asked if he could throw the ball a few times. I said sure because Chloe loves to play. Then the entitled dad asked, how much for your dog? I was shocked that he asked that question. I told him that she's not for sale because I trained her, raised her, and even though she's not legally a support dog, I consider her one because she knows when I'm sad or something and cheers me up all the time. He then said, $100? No, $200, no, $500. I told him no, and please leave me and my dog alone. I was holding Chloe's leash in my hand. She could tell something was wrong and was in that attack/scared stance, so I started walking away. That's when the entitled dad grabbed the leash out of my hands and started kicking and hitting her. I pulled my knife out after I couldn't pull the entitled dad away from Chloe and I stabbed him. What? Chloe was extremely hurt. I called the cops and told them everything. What, you stabbed a person? The police arrived quickly. I told them everything. They then took Chloe to the vet and I rode with her. I had to go to court about 5 times. I was not charged with anything. What, really? But the entitled dad was, and I don't know what for. Chloe is now completely fine. She has no scars or deformities at all and is acting perfectly fine. Oh my goodness me. Alright, let me know in the comments, would you have stabbed someone because they were threatening your dog? That's a little bit extreme for me, but I don't know, let me know in the comments. Moving on to our final story, how my crazy aunt got my family to hate her. So every other year, I celebrate Christmas with my dad's side of the family, odd years, mother's side, even years, dad's side. At the time, I was about 9 or 10, and I still remember this event vividly. So a few days before our Christmas fireworks party, and my mum sends an email to the people who are coming to the party. She says that my crazy aunt was to bring appetizers. Now this will be important for later. My step aunt was to bring an entree, and we would provide the rest like drinks and desserts. The day of the party came along, and my step cousins came first, and my sisters, step cousins, and I went to play in the front yard. Half an hour after the party started, my crazy aunt came and had a bag of food in her hands. She unloads the bag, and inside of it was desserts and soda, and there were no appetizers in sight. My mum then said, "I said to bring appetizers, not sweets. Don't tell me what to do, now go get me some wine." My mother was annoyed but got some wine for her. After this, there was not any arguing until she got fed up with all of us, kids, playing outside. She marched out and yelled, and I mean loudly, "Excuse me, I don't think that you're supposed to be playing outside. Actually, we can't. Don't you talk back to me. Sorry." That's what I thought, but my dad interrupts her. "Aunt, that's enough. Let them be." Fine. After this tantrum, nothing happens until after dinner. My mum and my crazy aunt both pulled out the sweets and this ensues. "Put that back," she was annoyed. "No, I brought the food and I get to use it. I told you clearly that you were supposed to bring an appetizer, not sweets." "Yeah, that's true, just not now, OP." While my mum was talking to me as to why I should just stay out of it, the crazy aunt was unloading her entire bag of diabetes, sorry if that's offensive, onto the table. My mum looked over in disgust as she saw cookies, candy, brownies, donuts, cake, and 2 liters of soda. "Put that away!" "No." They're fighting for 5 minutes until me and my dad break them up. My crazy aunt then has the audacity to punch my dad in the face and say, "Get out of my way! I can't believe that you would do such a thing, then turn against your sister." "You stay away from my wife and kids, you maniac." My crazy aunt then runs into the living room and notices my dad's phone, an iPhone 6, and she grabs it and runs out the door. My dad calls the police on my mother's phone and she comes back with the iPhone, saying to the cops that it was compensation for all the trauma that occurred here. She was charged with theft, assault, and child endangerment because she left her son at my house. Too long didn't read, my aunt is a psycho. Well, yeah, I think that sums up this story pretty well. Anyway, that is going to do it for this video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. As I said in the intro, all of these stories were taken from my personal subreddit r/RedditorYT. We now have over 7,000 members, so if you want to get involved, go and click on the link in the pinned comment to join. It's not just stories that are on there, people also post a lot of memes, especially entitled parent ones as well. If you want more videos, on the other hand, click the playlist on screen or wait until tomorrow where you'll see more Reddit content from me.